Hey everyone! Today we're talking about foods that most Americans eat on a daily basis, but really need to be cut back on if you are trying to watch your health. The first food group to watch out for is processed meats. Foods like sausages, hot dogs, bacon, salami, all deli meats, these products are often linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and other health problems. One huge concern is that these processed meats are often really high in saturated and trans fats, both of which can raise levels of LDL, which is the bad cholesterol in your blood. And elevated LDL cholesterol is a major risk factor for heart disease. Another concern with processed meats is the sodium levels. Processed meats are often heavily salted and also preserved with sodium as well. High sodium intake can lead to high blood pressure, which is a significant risk factor for heart disease as well. And yet another concern with processed meats are the nitrates and nitrites that are pumped into them. These are commonly used as preservatives, and when these compounds are exposed to high heat during the cooking phases, they can form harmful compounds called nitrosamines, which have been associated with an increased risk of cancer and heart disease. There are also other additives in processed meats like MSG, artificial colors, artificial flavors, which can all have negative effects on your health. So try to limit the amount of processed meats that you consume. If you do enjoy sandwiches and you aren't ready to give them up, try getting fresh sliced meats like carved turkey or chicken, and stay away from the cheap, rubbery deli turkey that is on the shelf in the fridge and has a 3-month shelf life. Food isn't supposed to last that long, and there's some serious preservatives in there that could be raising your risk of cancer and heart disease, so be careful. Okay, the next dangerous food is actually not a food at all. Is that cheating? It is a beverage. What we're talking about is high caffeine energy drinks. Now, let me preface this by saying I'm a big coffee girl, and I'm not saying you can't drink your morning cup of joe anymore, but here's what you need to know. Caffeine is a stimulant that increases your heart rate. For some, it can also cause palpitations or irregular heartbeats. Caffeine also constricts blood vessels, which causes your blood pressure to rise to compensate for the constricted blood flow. So, consuming high levels of caffeine on a regular, daily basis puts excessive stress on your cardiovascular system that can be extremely harmful over time. It will put you at a higher risk for heart conditions, heart attack, high blood pressure, all those scary things. So go easy on the energy drinks if you can. All right, another food group that is likely damaging your heart is refined grains. And by refined grains, I'm talking about white bread, white rice, processed sugary cereals, foods that fall into this category. They lack fiber, they lack nutrients, and they cause quick spikes in blood sugar because of the high glycemic index. High glycemic index foods are quickly digested and absorbed into your blood, raising your blood sugar really fast. Your pancreas then releases insulin to transport that sugar, or the glucose, to your cells for energy or storage. So now your body has rushed all of that glucose and insulin out of your blood, leaving you with low blood sugar, causing a crash in energy, and it will also cause hunger and cravings because your body wants more sugar for more energy. And now imagine doing this all day long. You eat sugary cereals for breakfast, white bread sandwiches for lunch, and then you have white rice with dinner. This rapid change up and down is like a roller coaster of sugar and insulin levels, which can cause inflammation and fatty deposits in your arteries. It can also cause high blood pressure, which all stress out your heart and your cardiovascular system. So this is why doctors and nutritionists recommend brown rice, whole grain breads, and other slow digesting carbohydrates that raise and lower blood sugars much more slowly. Your body likes stability, so slow rises and falls in glucose and insulin is a great way to protect your heart and protect your cardiovascular system. All right, the last food to watch out for is sodium. Excess sodium contributes to high blood pressure, which, as we know by now, is a major risk factor for heart disease. Sodium is important for maintaining fluid balance in our cells and in our body, but consuming too much leads to water retention, and that increases the volume of blood in your body, which stresses out your blood vessels. and that causes high blood pressure. So your heart is working harder and harder to pump all of that blood through your body, and the high blood pressure is weakening your arteries while blood moves through them. So you're increasing your risk of heart attack and stroke by doing that as well. The most common places that you'll find high sodium is in processed and also in restaurant foods. Obviously, fast food is very high in sodium, we all know that, but many other restaurants will also use way too much sodium in their cooking. Another common culprit is Chinese food, because of how much soy sauce they use in their cooking and in all of their sauces. So just beware that high sodium levels will really stress out your heart. Be careful with what you are eating and take care of your body. All right, that's everything for today. Watch out for processed meats, slow down on the energy drinks, try and substitute those refined grains with something whole grain, and watch the excessive sodium. Take care of your heart now before it's too late. Thanks for listening, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye.